6:23 here on a Monday morning. It is National Mental Health Day. Really, it's a worldwide issue here. We're bringing mindfulness back to the workplace. We're talking about it, certainly. Joined this morning by Leticia Escamilla with Mind Fuel in Motion, which brings meditation and mindfulness like this to the workplace. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that.
I hear it, yes.
Through workshops, trying to find mindfulness at work, and mental fitness is sort of the key of what you're trying to do for folks.
Yes.
So what is mental fitness?
So mental fitness really is about nourishing and strengthening the mind. So really quickly, we know physical fitness, right? Yoga, as we were talking about, going to a gym, things like that. We know what that looks like, we know what it feels like, but we need to do the exact same thing for our mind, and we can't actually see it, right? The way we can see the results and feel when we're doing physical fitness, but it's the same thing. We need to strengthen the mind so it works for us, not against us.
Well, and especially, the pandemic was such a burden on all of us, and I think a lot of us are still getting through that. But, we're back at work. And how do you find mindfulness when you've got tasks to do? It's a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you're working in the casino floor. Maybe you're a waiter or waitress or something. How do you find mindfulness when you have those tasks to do?
Yeah, great question. So I have 3 tips, if you don't mind sharing,
Yeah, sure.
Going through them really quick. So the first one really is taking your breaks and getting away from the devices, getting away from anything that distracts you from yourself. And I really want to say, especially, take your lunch break. Go and take your lunch break away from a device, away from your phone, and actually enjoy your food, nourish your body with that food, drinking water, things like that, and really just disconnect for a little bit during that time and not try to think about work or do those tasks, because they're waiting for you right after.
But it's hard to get that in mind, right? It's hard to think about that. What are some of the detriments to only focusing on work and not finding time to be mindful?
Yeah, well, that's where worry and stress comes along. That's where burnout comes along.
Resentment.
Resentment, yes. All of those things are kind of like what comes if we think we have to keep going with that hustle and bustle that we've kind of been told. It's okay to slow down a little bit, because that way we can actually be more productive in the workplace and in our life in general.
You're refueling. You're saying you're refueling your mind.
Yes, so important.
So through what you do, you try and teach people to be mindful at work and have this mental fitness. What's something we could do right here to find some awareness now here at 6:25 in the morning for folks getting ready at home?
Yeah, so if you're getting ready right now, John, you're going to do a little bit really quick.
I'm already ready.
So you're ready, but if you want to pause for a second in this moment, I invite you to quickly just close your eyes, sit down, find a comfortable seat, which John is doing so beautifully, showing as an example, and just close your eyes, and this is called ladder breathing. We're going to do it really quickly. So you're just going to inhale 3 counts, so 1, 2, 3. We hold at the top for 3, 2, 1, and gently release for 3, 2, 1, and that's just an example. We can do that 3 times, before your day, throughout the day, especially when you're feeling, the challenge or you're feeling overwhelmed. Take a moment and just connect back with yourself. Remind yourself of your why. Why do you show up in life in general? And then go back and do your tasks and go back to work and have a great day.
Breathe and take breaks.
Take breaks, and then also movement is the final one. Movement's so important. I know that a lot of times at work, that can be challenging to go outside and take a walk, but even at our desk, I'm not going to lie, I sneak in bathrooms, and do things just to have that moment to myself and stretch and move and, remind our body to, it's not good for our body to be stagnant, especially when we're at the computer hunched over or on our phones.
Good stuff. Well, Leticia Escamilla, thank you very much for joining us. Be mindful when you're heading out the door this morning. Find time, take your break.